What is money, really? A simple question perhaps, but the answer is far from simple. We treat it as real, solid, yet it's nothing more than an idea, a shared illusion. This illusion, however, has very real consequences. It shapes our lives, our choices, our very freedoms, and at its heart lies a powerful force: debt. Debt is the lifeblood of our modern economy. It is the engine that drives growth, but also the chains that bind us. Debt is sold to us as a tool, a way to achieve our dreams. But this is a dangerous deception. The truth is far more sinister. Debt is a system of control, a way to keep us trapped in a cycle of work and consumption. It is a prison of our own making, built on the foundation of this shared illusion. We are all prisoners here in this matrix of money. But the first step to escape is to see the prison walls for what they are, to understand the true nature of debt and its insidious grip on our lives. The roots of debt run deep, stretching back through millennia. In ancient Babylon, clay tablets recorded debts owed, transactions made. Even then, debt was more than a simple exchange. It was a tool of power, a way to bind people to each other, and to the state. Debt, in those ancient times, often meant slavery. Those who could not pay were forced into servitude, their very lives forfeit to their creditors. The weight of debt was absolute, inescapable. Though the forms have changed, the essence remains. The debt of today may not lead to physical enslavement, but it casts a long shadow nonetheless. It limits our choices, dictates our paths, and casts a pall over our futures. To break free, we must first understand the historical forces that have shaped our present predicament. Only then can we begin to dismantle the system that keeps us in chains. Today, debt is insidious. It's normalized, even encouraged. Mortgages, student loans, credit cards, they're all sold as necessities. We're told that debt is normal, even desirable. But this is a lie, a dangerous illusion that keeps us tethered to a system that profits from our servitude. Our credit scores become our judge and jury. They determine our access to housing, to education, to even the basic necessities of life. We are trapped in a digital panopticon, our every financial move tracked and analyzed. This is the invisible prison of modern debt. A prison without bars, but no less confining. The psychological toll is immense. The constant pressure to maintain a good credit score, to stay afloat in a sea of debt, creates a climate of fear and anxiety. It erodes our sense of self-worth, our ability to dream and aspire to something more. Our economic system thrives on consumption. We are bombarded with messages telling us that happiness lies in acquiring more things. But this pursuit of material wealth comes at a steep price, a price paid not just in money, but in human suffering. Behind the shiny facades of our consumer goods lies a hidden reality. A reality of exploited workers, ravaged environments, and communities torn apart. The true cost of our consumption is externalized, hidden from view. We are encouraged to ignore the human cost of our desires, to focus instead on the fleeting pleasure of acquisition. But this is a Faustian bargain. We are sacrificing our souls, our planet, and our very humanity on the altar of consumerism. Section 5. Breaking the chains, paths to financial liberation. Escape from this debt-fueled matrix is possible. It begins with awareness, with recognizing the insidious nature of the system. But awareness alone is not enough. We must take action, both individually and collectively, to forge new paths. Rejecting the myth of good debt is crucial. We must question the need to accumulate debt for education, for housing, for basic necessities. Exploring alternative living arrangements, embracing minimalism, and prioritizing experiences over possessions are all steps in the right direction. We can build a new economy based on cooperation, not competition. Bartering, local exchange trading systems, and time banks offer alternatives to traditional currency. Cryptocurrencies, while not without their flaws, hold the potential to decentralize finance and empower individuals. Section 6. A world transformed, envisioning a debt-free future. Imagine a world where debt is no longer the defining principle of our economic system. A world where people are free to pursue their passions, to contribute their talents, without the crushing weight of financial obligation. In this world, communities thrive on collaboration and shared resources. Education is accessible to all, not a privilege reserved for the wealthy. Healthcare is a right, not a commodity. And the environment is respected and protected, not exploited for short-term gain. This may seem like a utopian dream, but it is a future worth striving for. By challenging the status quo, by embracing alternative economic models, and by supporting businesses and organizations that align with our values, we can create a more just and equitable world. Section 7. The cosmic connection, debt and the human spirit. The debt crisis is not just an economic issue, it's a spiritual one. When we are trapped in debt, it's not just our finances that suffer, it's our souls. The burden of debt weighs heavily on our hearts, stifling our creativity, our joy, our very sense of purpose. We are born into this world free, full of potential, eager to explore and create, but the debt system seeks to confine us, to limit our horizons, to keep us tethered to a materialistic and soul-crushing existence. Breaking free from debt is about more than just balancing our checkbooks, it's about reclaiming our birthright as free and sovereign beings. It's about reconnecting with our true nature, with our passions, with our place in the grand tapestry of the cosmos. Section 8. The Power of Choice, Reclaiming Our Financial Destiny. The path to liberation begins with a single step, a conscious decision to reclaim our financial power, to refuse to be complicit in a system that thrives on our exploitation. Every purchase we make, every investment we consider, is an opportunity to support a different kind of economy. One that values people and the planet over profit, one that prioritizes well-being over endless accumulation. We can choose to support businesses that pay their workers a living wage, that source their materials ethically, that operate with transparency and integrity. We can choose to invest our money in community-owned banks and credit unions, in renewable energy projects, in initiatives that promote social and environmental justice. Section 9. A Call to Arms, Igniting a Revolution of Freedom. This is not just an economic struggle, it's a battle for the soul of humanity. The time has come to rise up, to break free from the shackles of debt and reclaim our collective destiny. Let this be a call to arms, a rallying cry for all who believe in a better world. A world where money serves humanity, not the other way around. A world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, to live with dignity and purpose. The revolution starts now. It starts with each and every one of us making conscious choices, taking action, and demanding a system that works for the many, not just the few. Together, we can break the chains of debt and create a future worthy of our highest aspirations. Let the revolution begin.